Alright, so I'm going to show how to replace the screen on this HP. Let's see, this is a model 17-E019DX. Alright, so as you saw, first you have to remove the battery. Just slide this tab over, it pops up, and you can take this out. Alright, then to be safe, what you want to do is open it up. Press and hold the power button for 10 to 15 seconds. This is very important if you're replacing the screen or touching any connectors for the screen. I'm not going to do a complete disassembly on this video, but I will open up and show the RAM and the hard drive area. Alright. Okay, once you've done that, we're going to close this. Okay. And then we're going to remove the one screw from here. So there's one screw holding this panel in place. Just undo that. There's using a PH or JS1 screwdriver. After you do that, you pull this panel down. Okay, you can slide this down just like that, and then you can lift this out. And you can see there's actually two slots for RAM, but they're only using one. The type of RAM, let's pull this out. Okay, pull those two tabs to the side and it pops up like this. It's 4 gigs. It's hard to read this, but it's PC3L 12800S. So this is DDR3 memory. Make sure it's 12800S. You can get any size you want. I recommend having matching sizes. So this is a 4 gig. If you wanted, you can get 2 8 gig sticks or add another 4 gig stick. Make sure it's the matching speed, which is 12800S. Okay, there you go. The hard drive just comes out like this. There's this little pull tab here. So you pull this connector up, right, just like that. Move that out of the way. There are 2 screws holding this down. So just undo those 2 screws. Keep them in order because they can be different size, shape, and lengths. You don't want to lose the screws and you don't want to mix them up. Alright, I do it like that. I put them on my desk usually, but yeah. Alright, so then you can use this pull tab to lift out the hard drive. And there you go. So you would transfer this bracket over. There's a 2.5-inch SATA hard drive, and then to remove this, I get my fingernail, or you can use like a thin pry tool between the hard drive connector and this, and then you can pop it up like that. Alright, once you get one side out, you can go ahead and pull the entire thing off, and you just put this on the new drive and transfer over this bracket with the little plastic piece here. Okay, so that's pretty much all there is for the hard drive and the RAM. Wireless card is here if for some reason you need to replace that. I got videos of that on all different models. If you want to replace the optical drive, there's just one screw here. Alright, take that one screw out, and then you can go ahead and go here, and you can kind of use that to kind of wiggle it and pull it back, and that's the CD drive. Alright, so you can replace the CD drive with another hard drive slot if you wanted to. You would want to transfer over this little plastic bezel, otherwise you'll have a little gap there. If you don't mind, then you can just leave that actually, but if you want it to match, you can actually transfer over that plastic bezel. Oops. Alright, so there we go. We're going to put the screws back and reconnect the hard drive adapter or connector. So make sure it's lined up, and then just push it down, just like that. Alright, and we'll just tighten the screws in place. Okay, alright, so that's all there is to that. We're going to put this back. If you wanted to remove the keyboard, it looks like there's one screw here. They actually label it with a picture of a keyboard. Actually, there's 2, so there's one here and one here. I'm not going to remove that because it's a customer's laptop. I don't want to do more stuff than what they need. They're waiting outside for their screen to be replaced. Alright, but anyways, there's those 2 screws. I've done a lot of these HP laptops. They come out the same. You need a thin little pry tool, and then what you do is there's these little, actually on this one you don't see them, but usually there's going to be like little clips back here. If you slide your thin pry tool, you can feel like there's a lump there, and then you can kind of get in there and pry that up. Alright, but anyways, I've done these on other ones. I don't want to mess around with that on this customer's one because they're waiting outside. So we're going to go ahead and just do the screen now. Okay, so the screen has these 2 little plastic covers, circles covering the screws. So I just use a little needle to get underneath, just like this. Alright, and pop those out. Okay, I need to keep this aside with the adhesive facing up so that I can reuse it. Okay, same thing with the other side of the screen. Pop that out, just like that. Alright. Once you do that, there's 2 screws, also PH1 or JS1. Remove those 2 screws. Okay. So this screen is cracked pretty bad. I don't know if you can see it, but there's actually a dark, oh yeah, you can. There's a dark area there. All right, and then the crack just spread all through the whole screen. Okay, so once you get those 2 screws out, we can go ahead and remove this plastic bezel. So to remove that, just go around the inside, all right, and just pull it out like this. Just like that. So I kind of like pull the middle and I push this side in towards the center, okay? The top part corners will be a little bit more tricky. Let's see if I can show this in camera. Okay, it came out already. I think I might have already recorded this, but we'll see. I didn't do the entire assembly, disassembly, but anyways. So go ahead and keep pulling up the middle inner part and then pushing in this side. Okay, going around just like this, all right, all the way down. And then the bottom, we have these little hinge covers. So we're going to have to keep going just like this. Okay, and then kind of similar thing. You pull the middle in, but then you kind of have to pull this piece because you can't really reach under there. Okay, so just like this. You can kind of like wiggle it to kind of get it, just to get the little clips to unclick, just like that. All right, let's go around to the side. Same thing, just keep unclipping these, and there we go. All right, and once you get everything unclipped, these little hinge covers will release on their own, just like that, and there we go. We got the bezel off. Okay, to remove the screen, there are screws on the sides of it, so we are going to have to take out the 2 top screws here. Okay. So let's remove these 2 upper screws. Again, when you're going to remove the screen, make sure that you disconnected the battery or removed the battery. Make sure it's not plugged in, and press and hold the power button for 10 to 15 seconds. All right. Okay, so now we got all of those. We got those 2 screws out. In order to get these side screws, you might have to undo the 2 screws down here a little bit. But what you do, now that we got that screw out, you can kind of get this, pull it forward a little, and then you can undo the screw on the side here. All right, just like that. And then see if you can undo the screw down here. If you can't, then you'll likely have to undo this screw. So what I do is I undo it all the way until it clicks, and then I twist it back twice, just like that. All right, open the screen further. You want to be careful opening and closing the screen when doing this, because now the hinge screws aren't holding tight anymore. I'm going to hold this, squeeze it like that to keep the thing together, and then 1, 2. All right, now we can actually reach this screw here. Oops. There we go. Okay, just like that. And we'll do the same thing on the other side. All right, undo this one all the way. And then 1, 2. Same thing with this one. Let's do it all the way. 1, 2. All right, there we go. And then we're gonna undo both screws on this side as well. Okay, that one, and the one down there. There we go. All right, so now that we got that, we're just gonna take the screen and we're gonna slowly pull it forward. Be careful because it is routed under there. It helps to kind of lift the cable up out of this piece here. Okay, and then pull it forward. All right, now we're gonna peel this adhesive off. It helps to use one of these kind of plastic razor blades. You don't have to. You can use your fingernails or something else to kind of just get underneath and then peel it up. But I found this kind of helps at least get it started. All right, so there we go. Just like this. There we go. Okay, so now that we got that up, we're gonna go ahead and peel this. And then check, this piece might also have adhesive, so you wanna be careful. And yep, all right, so we're gonna peel this as well. Be careful not to pull it too high. I like to put my finger here below the connector so you don't accidentally like just yank the whole thing out and up. All right, just like this, and then pull it back. All right, just like that. So there we go. We got the old screen out, just like this. Now we're going to get the replacement screen, okay? So here's the box. We're going to cut it open. All right. And hopefully the screen is right. Okay. All right. Open it up. They got it all padded up nicely here. Packaging. All right. So this comes out like this. Okay. Looks like this, yeah, they don't have a little cover on it, but hopefully it should be okay. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and put this piece up, right? You wanna hold this up so it doesn't stick down, and then get the connector in. Let me zoom in a little bit if I can. All right, get the connector lined up. You wanna make sure the little edges go underneath, okay? And then use this tape to pull it back, just like that. You'll feel it kind of click completely into place. Once you do that, just push the tape back down on both sides here. All right, let's zoom back out. All right, then we're gonna flip the screen up. Make sure that the cable goes back through the little routing, the plastic routing areas, okay? And then it helps to put the upper screws back in first, so let's show that. All right, be careful with it because now it's not being supported by all the screws as well. Okay, what did I do with my screwdriver? Okay. All right, so just like this. All right, grab the upper screws first. I'm gonna pull this forward, get that screw in. Sorry, it's going off camera. And then you don't want to completely tighten it because we do have to rotate this to get the bottom screw in. Okay. So rotate it, get that bottom screw in. All right, and then you can tighten that all the way down. Tighten this one all the way in. All right, you can actually put the screw up here in as well. And then we can tighten down these screws down here. All right, I'm gonna have to tilt the screen back again. There we go. Okay, let's go to the other side and repeat. Top screw first. All right. I'm sorry, it's going off view. Don't tighten it all the way again. All right, bottom screw. Tighten that down. All right, now you can tighten the top one. All right, line up the top, get the screw. Tighten that into place. Just like that. Tighten down these bottom screws. Just like this. All right, and there we go. Now we're going to put the bezel back on. All right, so get the plastic bezel. Start with the bottom to get these little hinge covers in place. All right, and then we're just gonna snap everything back in, just like this. Okay, go around the bottom, go along the top edges. All right, so basically reverse of before, we're pushing down the top and same thing, lifting it. Okay, so the middle kind of wants to stay lifted, so we're basically pushing the top so it kind of rotates into place. All right, just like that. Oops. Okay, everything is clipped in. Okay, then make sure to clip these bottom ones as well. You have to put pressure on behind the screen as well, because if you just push on here, you can actually crack the screen. All right, now we're gonna test the screen real quick. I probably should have done that before putting the bezel, but put the battery back in. Open it up, press the power button, and hope that the screen is good. There we go. It's all one color. That's good. HP logo. So we should be good to go. So now what we're going to do, we're going to put back the little screws at the bottom corners. Okay, just like that. And you can see it's good. This isn't touchscreen. All right. We'll put the other screw in the other corner here. There we go. Alright, and then we'll just put back these little plastic covers. Just line them up and pop them into place. Alright, and there we go. That's pretty much all there is to it. Hopefully this video helped you guys. If it did, please like, subscribe, share my channels with others, and thank you for watching. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.